My GCF, my greatest common factor, is the biggest thing that I can divide both terms by. Out of both of these, the biggest number I can divide by is a 3. If I try to divide by something bigger, I'm going to get a fraction on this part, which I don't want. Out of a to the 4 and a to the 3, a to the 3 is going to be part of my GCF. I just choose a to the smaller number. Between b to the 2 and b to the 1, b to the 1 is what I'll factor out. Between m to the 1 and m to the 4, m to the 1 is what I factor out. When I do 3 divided by 3, I'm left with 1. When I do a to the 4 and I divide out an a to the 3, I do 4 minus 3, I'm left with a to the 1. When I do b squared and I factor out b to the 1, I'm left with b to the 1. And when I do m to the 1 and I factor out m to the 1, I do 1 minus 1 and I'm left with m to the 0. But I don't usually write m to the 0. M to the 0 is 1. Times 1, I don't need to write anything. So the m got totally factored out. Minus 75 divided by 3 is 25. A to the 3 divided by a to the 3 is a to the 0, so I don't write it. B to the 1 divided by b to the 1, b to the 0, I don't write it. M to the 4, I factor out m. I'm left with m to the 3. My final answer is that. Probably I would write 3a cubed, bm, ab, 1ab, I don't need to write the 1. So ab minus 25, m cubed, that's as factored as that can go. In this one, kind of a simpler one, I look at 6 and I look at 21, I can divide both of them by 3. I can't divide by anything bigger than 3. X-wise, I could take an x out of this one, but I can't take an x out of this one, so x is not going to be part of my GCF. When I factor out 3, 6x divided by 3 is 2x. 21, positive 21 divided by 3 is positive 7. If I need to check my answer, I just distribute back in. 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times plus 7 is plus 21. I redistribute back in, and I'm back at the problem where I started, so I must have the right answer. This must be the right answer. In this one, 28 can divide by 7, 7 can divide by 7. I factor out a 7. Meanwhile, x cubed can divide by x, and x can divide by x. I'm going to take out a 7x. When I factor that out, 28 divided by 7 is 4. X cubed divided by x is x squared. Negative 7 divided by 7 is negative 1. X divided by x is x to the 0. I don't write it. So I have 7x, 4x squared minus 1. And actually, this part can factor more. That's difference of squares. 4x squared is 2x squared. Minus 1 is minus 1 squared. So that's 2x minus 1, 2x plus 1. So really how I'm going to write it is 7x, 2x minus 1, 2x plus 1. Now I shouldn't get so excited about the difference of squares that I forgot to include the 7x still. This one, I could divide this by, let's say I don't spot the GCF. Let's say I think the GCF is 3. And I think I could factor a 3 out of all of these. What's going to happen when I take my 3 out? This is going to be a 4. This is going to be a 2. This is going to be a negative 10. There's going to be lots of letters too. But I'm going to have all these numbers. And I notice, hey, 4, 2, and negative 10. Those have another factor that can come out. I could take another 2 out of those. If I take another 2 out of those, this is going to be a 2, a 1, and a negative 5. When I factor out, I'll take this back a few steps. When I factor out and notice that these all still have a common factor, that means I didn't take out the GCF. I need to go back and take out something bigger than 3. Oops. Don't need that. So I go back and I say, you know what, I need something bigger than 3. can take out a 6. I certainly can't take out anything bigger than 6 because 6 won't divide by anything bigger than 6. So I'll take out a 6 because 12, 6, and negative 30 all divide by 6. Out of the a's, I'll take out a to the 1 because that's the smallest power I see on an a. Out of the b's, I'll take out b to the 1 because that's the smallest power I see on b. Out of the x's, I can't take out x because there's no x here. So it looks like I'm left with 12 divided by 6 is 2. A got factored out. B got factored out. I still have an x squared. 6 divided by 6 is positive 1. A squared divided by a, I'm still having a to the 1 in there. B divided by b, that got factored out. X cubed is still there. Minus 30 divided by 6 is minus 5. A got factored out. B cubed, I factored out b to the 1. I'm left with b to the 2. So my answer is 6ab, 2x squared, plus ax cubed minus 5b squared.